Hi, my name is Tahira and I'm a professional oriental dancer based in Poland. And this is Tahira Belly Dance Diary, where I invite you to dive with me into the world of oriental dance and all its complexities. Let's begin! It seems that Beledi is a very popular topic when it comes to do's and don'ts in oriental dance. I myself sometimes wonder if there are any undoubtful facts. I don't know it all, and I'm not gonna pretend that I have all the answers. However, today I want to share with you some information that I managed to gather over the years, and I'm hoping they will bring you closer to the true nature of Beledi. So, here it goes. 6 things about Beledi dance you should know. Let's start with the name itself. We often see and hear 2 different pronunciations. The first one is Baladi, B-A-L-A-D-I, and the second one is Beledi, B-E-L-E-D-I. Getting to the point, both of them are correct. It's just a case of using a modern standard Arabic pronunciation, which is Baladi, and the Egyptian dialect version, which is Beledi. Among other foggy assumptions, this one is a quite clear fact. Now you know how it is with the pronunciation, so let's move to the meaning. And here we can divide the subject into 2 parts. The first one is the literal meaning, and the second one is the cultural meaning. And the first one is so much easier. Balad means country. When we add the I ending, we indicate the possession, so Beledi means my country. In the less literal meaning, it means something local, something belonging to the people of the country. Now comes the cultural context. We should consider Beledi as a set of characteristic features. So it's not only a dance or a rhythm. We can say that the bread is Beledi, that the chicken is Beledi, the girl and the boy can also be Beledi. To be honest, everything can be Beledi if it has the right features. And what are the right features? Here is another problem, because for Egyptians, Beledi have both positive and negative connotations, especially when it comes to describing people. So when they say that, oh, this woman is Beledi, they can mean that she is loud, rude, and very stubborn. But on the other hand, they will say that this woman is a real Beledi woman, and now they mean that she is helpful, strong, and very feminine. It's worth remembering when you really want to understand the whole concept. When it comes to dance, if you know what it really means to be a Beledi girl, you will have no problems with performing an authentic Beledi dance. Now, can we really consider Beledi as folklore? This question is a little bit tricky because probably all of you or most of you will answer yes, of course. But before that, let me tell you a short story. Raqs el-Beledi, which is Beledi dance, is danced by almost everybody all over the Egypt during different occasions and also on daily basis. This is the dance that is actually called the Egyptian dance. Nobody knows the term Raqs Sharki. And to make a long story short, let's just say that Egypt was a long time under the French and then British occupation. The high classes of the society wanted to live in peace and make business with the occupant. In order to do so, they wanted to be more Western. then everything that was Beledi, local, was perceived to be not so proper. In 1920, Badia Masabni opens her casino opera, which is of course visited by the high classes. Making a show with a Beledi dance is not a great idea. So the story says that she and her team came up with a new name, Raqs Sharki, the Oriental dance. Of course, the dance itself changed a bit because of the new requirements. To mention at least one, it was, for example, a big stage. But the so-called Raqs Sharki is deeply rooted in the Raqs al-Beledi, which appears to be the actual Egyptian dance. On the other hand, when we consider folklore as a culture shared by a particular group of people, in this case Egyptians, we can somehow put Beledi in the folk dance category. Now, which approach is correct? As far as I know, the Egyptians themselves are still debating on this. Personally, I think that Beledi is the mother of Oriental dance as we know it now. I think that this is the real deal, and I cannot imagine dancing Raqs Sharki without the knowledge of Raqs al-Beledi. Have you ever wondered why you wear a hip scarf during Beledi performance? Or why it's okay to dance Beledi with a stick if a stick is somehow reserved for the Saidi dance? Well, Beledi as a dance of living and breathing people is all about authenticity. After all, you want to be that Beledi girl walking down the street and feeling 100% feminine. One theory says that both accessories came from the real-life situations. For example, when a wife would come to her husband, put his scarf on her hips, and take his asaya to dance for him. And a perfect visual depiction of such a scene is present in one of the Egyptian movies called Ma'alima. You all probably heard a lot of Beledi music, and you probably noticed that it has some characteristic passages in it. For example, a passage like this one. For a long time, I didn't pay any special attention to those passages. But then I discovered an interesting fact. I should start with the information that in Cairo live a lot of immigrants from different parts of Egypt. But all of those immigrants are familiar with the concept of Beledi. So when the musicians are playing Beledi, sometimes they want to put inside a passage characteristic for the region they come from. So, have you noticed that although it's a Beledi piece, this passage has a clearly Alexandria character? It makes you listen to the Beledi music in a new, exciting way. Are you familiar with the term Ashara Beledi? If not, the term Beledi progression will definitely ring a bell. And that's good, because they are the same. Ashara in Arabic means 10. So Ashara Beledi is like a concept of 10 minutes with Beledi. Of course, not literally. What is really meant by Ashara Beledi is the concept of couple of minutes with Beledi music. And this idea was born out of performances of musicians playing during weddings. As they improvised, finally, they came up with the whole structure, and this structure we know now by the name of Beledi progression. So there is Tahmila, Ta'asim, question and answer, Tet, Ingrara, Fadi, and Afla. This is the secret language of musicians playing Ashara Beledi. I hope that this episode brought you closer to the true nature of Beledi. And if you like it, please give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel to be up to date with the new episodes of Tahira Belly Dance Diary and other dance content. I encourage you also to follow my social media accounts, my Facebook account and Instagram account, where I post a lot of things connected with my daily Oriental dance life. And I hope also to see you here next Wednesday for the next episode of Tahira Belly Dance Diary. See you soon! If the stick is somehow this club will be of course visited by the high classes.